The OPPO Find N distinguishes itself in the competitive world of foldable smartphones. While it shares the inward folding mechanism with rivals like the Huawei Mate X2 and Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, it offers several standout features that could make it a top choice in this category. Most notably, its outer display is a compact 5.49-inch with an 18:9 aspect ratio, providing a more conventional smartphone feel when folded. This design choice is a refreshing departure from the elongated, slender forms of its competitors. Despite a slightly thicker bezel and a central hole punch camera, the OPPO Find N delivers an overall satisfying user experience. It feels robust when closed, with a near-complete seal, offering effective protection against dust and dirt intrusion, a significant advantage over the visible gap in the Z Fold 3. The sturdy hinge system enhances durability, even though it may be a bit challenging to unfold single-handedly. When fully open, the device boasts a spacious 7.1-inch display with minimal bezels and a subtle camera cutout, positioned unobtrusively in the top left corner. The OPPO Find N's construction blends metal and glass, featuring fine details like designed for Find branding on the hinge and a glass back with an elegant sparkle, exuding a premium feel. It comes in 3 color options: black, white, and purple, catering to various style preferences. While it lacks an official water resistance rating like the Galaxy Z Fold 3's IPX8 certification, its overall form factor and solid hinge make it a compelling choice in the foldable smartphone market. However, it's worth noting that when folded, the Find N is relatively thicker and heavier compared to some competitors, measuring 15.9 mm thick and weighing 275 g, akin to carrying 2 phones in one. The OPPO Find N boasts 2 OLED displays that deliver vibrant colors and brightness, with the option to adjust vibrancy in the settings menu. However, it diverges from its competitors, Huawei and Samsung, in terms of refresh rates. While many modern phones feature a 120Hz display, OPPO chose to reserve this high refresh rate exclusively for the inner 7.1-inch screen, limiting the cover display to 60 Hz. This decision makes the cover display the weakest aspect of the device, particularly noticeable when transitioning between the 2 screens. Resolution is another distinguishing factor, with the cover display offering just under Full HD at 988 by 1972, while the internal display is FHD Plus at 1792 by 1920, slightly lower than the Mate X2 or Z Fold 3. Despite these limitations, the familiar aspect ratio and compact dimensions of the cover display make it surprisingly practical, especially on the go. Some apps may not adapt seamlessly to the internal display's unique aspect ratio, but the device excels at running 2 apps side by side, enhancing multitasking potential. Additionally, it's well suited for reading, web browsing, and examining photos. The crease in the foldable display is present but less noticeable than in early foldable devices, and its central hinge positioning minimizes interference. The device's durability is commendable, with no concerns about screen or hinge damage even with firm pressure. In the realm of camera capabilities, the OPPO Find N strikes a balance between Huawei's camera-focused Mate X2 and Samsung's more conservative Galaxy Z Fold 3. Its camera setup features a primary 50MP wide-angle lens, a 16MP 123-degree ultra-wide lens, and a 13MP 2x telephoto lens, offering versatility and quality in a foldable form. The primary 50MP snapper stands out with an f/1.8 aperture, enabling commendable low-light performance, aided by multidirectional phase detection autofocus, PDAF, and optical image stabilization, OIS. This lens captures bright, vibrant, and highly detailed images, even in challenging lighting scenarios, maintaining an impressive dynamic range. Skin tones are accurate, and colors remain true without oversaturation. Transitioning to the 16MP ultra-wide lens doesn't compromise on detail and color accuracy, a noteworthy achievement. While the ultra-wide lens exhibits some distortion around the edges and performs slightly less impressively in low-light conditions, it excels in capturing expansive shots with rich detail and dynamic range. The 2x telephoto lens, though limited compared to higher zoom capabilities on flagship phones, delivers close-up shots with precision, thanks to PDAF. OPPO has skillfully ensured color accuracy and dynamic range consistency across all 3 lenses, allowing seamless mixing and matching of shots. However, low-light photography, except for the main lens with OIS, falls short of the performance seen in flagship slab-style smartphones. The dedicated night mode also doesn't quite match the best in the market. The Find N features 2 identical hole-punch selfie cameras, each with a 32MP sensor and f/2.4 aperture. These cameras provide standard results with decent quality and various beautifying effects, making them suitable for video calls and selfies. The OPPO Find N offers an enjoyable and versatile photography experience, with impressive performance in most scenarios, but it may struggle in exceptionally low light conditions. The OPPO Find N is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 888 chipset, available in configurations with either 8GB or 12GB of RAM and storage options of 256GB or 512GB, depending on your choice. While it doesn't feature the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 found in 2022 flagships, it's worth noting that the Snapdragon 888 was among the top-tier processors at its release. The phone delivers a smooth user experience with no noticeable lag, particularly on the internal 120Hz display. It manages heat well and transitions seamlessly between screens. For gaming, the Find N excels in casual titles but may not be ideal for competitive multiplayer games due to its narrow field of view. You can adjust the aspect ratio for competitive games, but it may not provide the same level of immersion. Despite software enhancements for gaming, the refresh rate appears capped at 60 Hz during gameplay, even on the 120Hz display. In terms of connectivity, the Find N offers fast wireless options, including 5G, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and NFC for mobile payments. The OPPO Find N, primarily focused on the Chinese market, poses some software challenges for Western users who wish to import it. Notably, it lacks Google Play services and includes various Chinese apps that remain untranslated into English. While most of OPPO's ColorOS 12 has undergone translation, you may still encounter menus or apps in Mandarin. Even OPPO's own App Store requires use for updating some stock apps. However, integrating the Google Play Store onto the device is relatively straightforward. Once installed, it operates as expected, allowing app downloads, third-party keyboard installations, like Gboard, and the use of Google Pay instead of OPPO's mobile payment app. There are some limitations, such as Google Assistant activation being unavailable, requiring the use of Brino, OPPO's Chinese virtual assistant, and some constraints on Android Auto. ColorOS 12 introduces software enhancements tailored to the foldable form factor. This includes an intuitive split-screen feature on the internal display, the ability to force apps into a boxy aspect ratio, and the option to use the cover display as a camera viewfinder when taking photos on the internal display. It's essential to note that while the Find N runs ColorOS 12 based on Android 11, it initially ships with Android 11, and there's no official word on when or if it will receive updates to Android 12 or the upcoming Android 13. The OPPO Find N features a split battery cell, typical of book-style foldables, with a combined capacity of 4,500 mAh, slightly surpassing Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 3. Battery performance varies based on usage patterns. When using the smaller 60 Hz cover display, which offers a conventional smartphone aspect ratio, the Find N can comfortably last over a day. However, usage on the larger 120 Hz panel may reduce this duration. Surprisingly, even with frequent usage of the larger display for activities like reading, watching videos, and browsing, I never had concerns about battery life. The device supports 33W wired charging, allowing for a 47% charge in just 30 minutes with the included charger, and a full charge takes slightly over an hour. While this outperforms Samsung's foldable lineup, it falls short of flagship models like the Xiaomi 12 Pro with its impressive 120W fast charging. Additionally, wireless charging at 15W and 10W reverse wireless charging are also available on the Find N. The OPPO Find N is a compelling foldable smartphone, albeit primarily available in China. It excels in build quality, surpassing competitors like Huawei and Samsung. The compact 5.49-inch cover display offers a traditional smartphone experience and portability. The hinge is robust, and the 7.1-inch internal display is impressive with minimal crease. It delivers strong performance, a capable camera setup, and multi-day battery life. What do you think? Tell us in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. Thank you for watching.